People keep asking if I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer. But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
So my Modern Warfare beta experience was not so cut and dry as I hear these other YouTubers describing it. In fact, if I had to describe my Modern Warfare experience, I would say it was a conglomeration of enjoyment sprinkled with chunks of frustration, as complicated as that sounds. But just to let the cat out the bag early, my overall sentiment towards the beta is that I'm impressed. I gotta give credit where credit is due. Infinity Ward did their thing in my opinion. Wait before you click off this video. My opinion is subjective, of course, and it's limited because I did not get a lot of time to invest in the beta as a lot of people did. I actually caught the tail end of the second week of the crossplay beta. So you could imagine my frustration just off top. Like, I have been away for 4 to 5 months. I haven't played Call of Duty at all. And that kind of speaks to my absence on YouTube. So not only did I have to get back into just the whole COD feel, but I had to adapt to a bunch of people who already had more than a week's worth of gameplay invested into the beta. So it definitely was frustrating for me at first, but once I got into the groove, and you guys will see in this gameplay, I got into the groove. Man, I was having a blast. But my opinion definitely doesn't go without some criticism. But before I get to that, I just want to highlight the good things. I like to start things on a positive note here. So one thing that I did like that Infinity Ward did was how meticulously they managed to give the Modern Warfare beta such a nostalgic feel. I mean, the game felt old. It kind of felt like MW4, but at the same time, it kind of didn't. But at times, it kind of felt like I was playing Ghost, but at the same time, it kind of felt like I was playing something totally different. It didn't quite feel like COD. I don't know, man. I got so many mixed emotions. I'm telling you. But they did their thing with this beta, I'm telling you. So like I said before, I only invested probably like 4 or 5 hours into the beta, and the things that I ran into that I definitely liked off top was the smoothness of the gunplay. I did not run into any connection issues, any type of lagging out, anything. And I was quite surprised because in prior betas, I definitely ran into that issue. Another thing that I love was the new game modes. So we already know that they have Ground War. I tried Ground War. Me coming back to COD, jumping straight to Ground War was just insane. 32v32, man. It was like sensory overload. I didn't know what was going on. It was helicopters, tanks, just all types of stuff. So I had to get up out of there, especially once I discovered that it was people exploiting the game already. It was people under the map. So I was like, I don't want none of that smoke. I'm out of here. And I eventually settled into the Domination 20v20. And that's the gameplay you guys were watching. I'm playing with the gun. It's in prior CODs, it was the FAMAS. That's what I at least called it. But in Modern Warfare, it's now called the FR 5.56, which is weird. Talking about complicating things. But this was my first match playing with this gun, so it's bare. I didn't have any type of perks or any attachments, and I was just going in. So I think that once the game definitely drops, if they don't nerf it, this is going to be my weapon, because it's so accurate. And if you have good aim, you can control your bursts and your shots. you are good money. So I hope you guys enjoyed the little gameplay here. But so like I said before, my expectations for this Call of Duty was very low. I did not anticipate on buying it, just for various different reasons. Like I said, I was burnt out, and after seeing the trailer, I was turned off. I'm like, this seems kind of mediocre. But never judge a book by its cover, guys, because I was completely shocked once I played it. And another thing that I did love was how you can have 5 attachments on a gun now and a perk. Or is it 4 attachments in the perk? I don't know. Someone correct me down below. But anyhow, I like the whole Gunsmith, how you can customize the weapon. One thing I do wish that we could have seen was like the different camos. Just a little glimpse, you know what I mean, of how they're gonna look. But it's all good. What else did I like? Another thing that I just liked was the simplicity of the menu. Black Ops 4 has made me grateful just for the little things, because Black Ops 4, the menu super complicated. You can't even figure out how to switch game modes. I'm so glad that Infinity Ward didn't try to just complicate things just to try to make it different. They kept it simple, and that is what we like. Now, the criticism. Buckle up here. So obviously the criticism isn't anything special or anything new or anything that's just exclusive to Modern Warfare. It's the same traditional stereotypical things such as camping, the maps, the spawn system, equipment spam. I mean, the camping was on a whole nother level. People camping in dumpsters, laying in bushes. I mean, it just was off the chain. I was just like, man, like, how am I going to get this nuke with people just randomly camping in every other spot and just random spots? But I guess that's something that we kind of expect, especially during the beta. So hopefully it does improve once the game drops and everyone's more used to the game, because I'm telling you, people were playing like these stats were going to get them into the Sweat University, like an Ivy League. I'm like, man, this stuff is not saving. But I digress. The equipment spam was annoying. Behind every door, every corner was like a claymore. And I used like the perk called Looker, and I still could not like keep up with the equipment. I don't know, maybe I misread how the perk works, but it was not working for me like I thought it should have. The spawning system, I spawned in front of a few people like a couple times, like, but they do have the option for you to spawn in cover, which is nice. So I just need to utilize that more. The maps that were displayed in the beta was pretty mediocre. This map right here that you guys see I'm playing on, this was my favorite map. But besides that, man, I don't really have too many complaints. I'm back, and I'm glad you guys tuned in on today. I hope you guys enjoyed my little commentary, and I hope I didn't ramble off too much. But leave your thoughts down below. Did you enjoy the beta? Did you hate it? Did you love it? Or are you like me? Are you in between, but you are set on buying it? I don't know, man. I appreciate you guys tuning in, whoever is here watching, and you take care.